about this Commission on Population and Development, which makes people crazy for sex and abortion. I mean, 1/8 of people in the world suffer from chronic undernourishment. There are over 10 million refugees in the world, and 13 children under the age of 5 die every minute. Yet on days 2 and 3 at this commission, UN officials are still talking about sex, abortion, and contraception. At a meeting sponsored by the World Health Organization, you'd think that youth sexuality would be a serious matter.
Shouldn't young people just abstain? Really? Keep themselves nice and wait?
To some at the UN, abstinence may be a laughing matter, but to millions of youth around the world, this is a very personal and healthy lifestyle choice. It is the only guaranteed way for young people to protect themselves against STDs and teenage pregnancy. While participating at many events in the last few days, strange and sometimes outrageous things are said and heard.
What kind of humanity agrees that a woman who is raped should carry the pregnancy to term? What kind of humanity does that?
With all due respect, Mr. Sai, what kind of humanity wants to further the injustice the victim has endured by subjecting her to a surgery and subsequent physical and emotional scars? Let's not pretend abortion is a fun and easy procedure, especially when it involves the killing of another human being. And what kind of humanity denies the right to life to a defenseless child, regardless of how they were conceived? We don't want to discriminate now, do we? And if parents think that they have the final say about raising their children, think again.
It is up to the states and governments to provide sexual education.
Funny, I thought states and governments build roads and schools, not strip parents of their rights on how they raise their children. And speaking of trampling on a person's choice and rights,
sexual and reproductive rights are not new, and they are not optional.
Whatever happened to my body, my choice? Is this an ultimatum from the UN? Is the UN dictating what I should or should not do? Maybe I don't want to have an STI. Perhaps sterilizing teenage girls is not a good thing. Perhaps we don't want schools to teach young children anal sex. Even religious freedoms were held in low regard.
Abortion is a right, and no religious or cultural interpretation can stop its advancement.
Here we go again. Sex-obsessed abortion activists trampling on the rights of nations and religious freedoms. Really, is nothing off limits at the UN anymore?